Joining me now, Republican campaign strategist, Fox News contributor Tony Sayegh, and attorney, Fox News contributor Eboni Williams. Good to have you both with us.
Good to be with you, Lou.
Talking with Kellyanne Conway, his campaign manager at the top of the broadcast, she seems very enthused about this format, which is not only for tonight, but the town hall meeting format for Sunday night as well at Washington University in St. Louis. And
she has good reason to be, Lou. Look, I said this on Outnumbered earlier this week. The town hall format, I think, is very fitting for Donald Trump.
Wait a minute. Did you tell Outnumbered first?
It wasn't exclusive for Outnumbered, but I'm sharing it with you now, Lou.
Okay.
That's what matters. It's generous. No, but it's good for Trump. He is a people person, as she said. It's funny because a lot of people criticize him for his bombastic kind of nature or whatever. But for better or worse, it feels real and it feels genuine and authentic. And I think he feeds off the energy of the people in that room. And that will be good for him on Sunday.
And the really untold story about Donald Trump, and a lot of people, frankly, alerted me to this from New Hampshire, watching him campaign in that state early in the primary process, is he's an excellent retail politician. He's a people person, and I could say this as a kid from Brooklyn. He's kind of your typical outer borough kid. He knows how to relate to a lot of different people. He knows how to talk straight, look you square in the eye, and there's absolutely no doubt that in terms of format, that Sunday is a much better place for him than with Lester Holt or a mainstream media journalist firing and singling him out for questions.
Well, to that end, Howie Carr, an iconic broadcaster, radio talk show host in Boston, will be the moderator tonight. But in terms of these debates, we are going Lester Holt to Elaine Quijano. The list is not improving with Anderson Cooper and Raddatz, Martha Raddatz. And then, what in the world? How do you prepare for a moderator that says the hell with you?
So I thought about that today, actually, when I saw some advertisement for the thing. I said, okay, so they've got to know, though, in the Trump campaign, that they've got to be fully prepared for anything and nothing from Anderson Cooper, right, to go their way. And so I think that's
Martha Raddatz. They're fighting apparently over who gets to take out the long knives first. You know?
Yeah. So because they've got to at least be prepared for that, I think they didn't know what to expect with Elaine. Probably
really?
Didn't know. I think not, and I think they certainly
CBS
didn't know.
News? Well, Lester Holt? Are you kidding me?
Trump came out and said that he felt like Lester was a pretty fair guy. So I think
he revised that opinion after
I think there was
realizing what actually had happened that evening.
I think the point is with Anderson, you know what to expect, so maybe you can prepare better.
Yeah. You know what people might want to realize, Lou, is historically these town hall forums actually have the most impact of any of the three traditional debates. Don't forget 92. Bill Clinton, George H.W., and Ross Perot at Richmond, and Bush was caught looking at his watch. Detached Clinton was walking into the audience, relating with people, feeling their pain. In 2012, this was the debate in which Candy Crowley clearly overreached and gave the Benghazi issue to President Obama versus Mitt Romney. So a lot can happen here, but I think Trump is on a lot of solid ground because he really gets his energy, as Kellyanne suggested, from being and talking directly to people.
What do you think of this? I think the mistake, if there's been a mistake that he has made, it is not saying, that's a stupid question, and let me tell you what the right question is, and this is the way we're going to handle it. Because when he was sitting there putting up with Lester Holt, for example, that was painful to watch. And I think he was trying to be mannered and constrained and quote-unquote presidential when he needed to be very Trumpian and demonstrate clearly how he's going to lead. Because, what Holt was doing was a left-wing massacre.
Well, you also can't leave it up to the moderators to bring out the problems with the other candidate. And I think that was something that he did as well. I think that Donald Trump has to go in, whether the moderator brings it up or not. He has to talk about the Clinton Foundation. He has to talk about the email scandal. He has to talk about what the FBI did say about the judgment of them sitting.
I think that's
He's got to do
fair
that.
judgment.
Yeah.
I do think the issue here is how well prepared he will be.
Yes.
And I don't think he has I think he's used up his easy pass. I think everything counts now, and he better be on his game if he's going to win this thing.
Well, look, it's clear that Donald Trump likes to prepare in plain sight. He goes on the campaign trail. He's doing this town hall forum, which what my understanding is was put together rather quickly, although we are hearing reports as well that he is going to huddle with advisors, obviously, and put in that type of time and prep this week. Hillary Clinton, by contrast, only deals with insiders, and in between will throw in a fundraiser. I don't think that's really the best way to prepare for a format to deal with directly with the American people.
Tony, that's process.
Yeah.
What matters is what is delivered in front of those cameras with those microphones come Sunday night and tonight in Sandown, New Hampshire, where there's a 2-point gap between the two. It's going to be, to me, how important do you think this is tonight?
I think this is a good idea, actually, for Donald Trump. I think this is where he's most comfortable, certainly. I think this will kind of get him in his mojo. I think, you know, he was definitely off his game in that first debate. That was obvious to most of us watching. This was an opportunity for him to reset, to be back more comfortable, and kind of get his swag back, so to speak.
You know, in volleyball, you have the bump, set, spike. I think Pence gave him as good a performance as he can.
Agreed.
He's bumped that ball back into play. Tonight is the setup for Sunday, but he has to spike that ball on Sunday, Lou, and he knows that. And I fundamentally believe he has the capacity to do it. And listening to Kellyanne, they believe, rightfully, if you look at polling, that on the issues that matter most, economy, jobs, immigration, trade, they have the high ground here. They're on the side of the people, and that's an argument he has to make forcefully.
He's got to get off the defense stand. I think that he allowed Hillary Clinton to put him on that in that witness box and
you're right,
and totally be he's got to.
He puts himself on the defensive when you've got a candidate who has been she's a certified liar, certified by the director of the FBI. She is immersed in scandal. Yeah. She has a disastrous record in public policy.
Pathological liars are very nimble, Lou, and you saw that. You saw that evening. But I do have to tell you, I agree totally in the regard that Hillary Clinton will be as prepared as she is for all of these things. He has to be ready.
Yep.
All right. Well, we are ready. Thank you both.
Thank you.
Tony. Thank you, Eboni.